For my final project, I interviewed friends and family and asked them who their favorite teacher was and why. These are the responses I got.
Hi, my favorite teacher was Sister Celine. She was my 7th grade teacher at St. Brendan's Elementary School, and we were a 7th grade co-ed class, probably not the easiest crowd to handle, but she did it with such grace and such fun that we didn't even realize she was managing the classroom, and she was. She just made us all feel so comfortable, and I just remember being amazed at how cool she was to be a sister, and it just, all the kids loved her, everyone loved her, and she was always like, had a personal touch. She would speak to each one of us individually, give you time, help you with whatever you had a problem with. You always felt comfortable going to her with anything that you didn't understand. Some teachers can be intimidating, and she was not at all intimidating, yet at the same time she maintained control of the classroom. And I have very fond memories of her, and that was probably my favorite year of elementary.
Yes, I'd have to say one of the most influential teachers I had was a teacher by the name of Georgina Esquivel. She was a humanities teacher, and she really brought the subject to life. Literally, we took a road trip back in the early 70s, and we went to Washington, New York, Pennsylvania, and she really made the learning experience a very vital one, and we really enjoyed her the depth that she gave the subject.
Alonzo was my favorite teacher. She was my Portuguese teacher from 9th grade to senior year. She was extremely intelligent. She was motivated. She had really good enthusiasm about her. She held us accountable for our actions. She managed time in the classroom very, very well. And I actually looked forward to going to that class. She definitely kept us entertained while learning at the same time, and she was extremely patient. So that's why she's my favorite teacher.
Okay, my favorite teacher is Miss Sanchez. I had her freshman and junior year of high school. She was a history teacher. She brought history to life in a storyline, and she was very caring. She always had a personal interest in her students. She was always willing to help you and stay after school if you needed help, and she never brought you down. She always told you what you could do better on the next test to pass.
There was Dr. Greco at Georgia Tech. He was a Physics 1 teacher, and I loved him so much because he was just really interactive with the class. He always brought props. He had little explosions. Were all really entertained by him. Pretty much a comedian, but he was really knowledgeable about what he did. He always had extra office hours, always helped me out, answered his emails quickly, and was just a great role model for all of us. So that's why he was my favorite teacher.
And now for my favorite teacher. My favorite teacher was Mrs. Espinosa in 3rd grade. She was really engaging and fun, and she was always hilarious. Class was like a stand-up comedy show. She was super sweet. Whatever we needed, she would always be there for us. So she was just awesome, and one day I hope to be a teacher like she was. For my final project, I decided to focus on qualities of effective teachers because I believe that it is very important to be aware of as an aspiring teacher. As a teacher, I will aim to be engaging. As we learned in TAL305, the best way to avoid disruptive behavior is to have a fun and engaging lesson plan. I will also aim to know each and every one of my students on a personal level. It makes such a difference when a student feels that the teacher genuinely cares about them and doesn't just see them as a name in the gradebook. I will set high expectations for my students and push them to succeed. This class has been an invaluable learning experience. I know that I will use what I learned in TAL305 constantly in the future, from Kunin's theories to how to deal with parents. My hope is that one day in the future, one of my students will be asked who his or her favorite teacher was, and without hesitating, he or she will say Miss Pereira.